Coach, any thoughts on the play of Don Morris tonight?
We need another scorer. It's tough to rely on DJ all the time and John all the time. So it was nice to add somebody new to the mix. And for us to be a good team, to be a really good team, which I still think we can do without Jake. Don Morris needs to get us 15, 12, 8 rebounds. And he can do it. He can do it. He's just getting his feet back. He's just getting his legs back. He was out for a few weeks, had crazy surgery, so I'm looking forward to him really starting to progress because we need him down the stretch.
Coach, with Jeff Palaz's not 100% yet, and Jake still out with the injury, is there more of a focus on team rebounding? Because lately you guys seem to be doing a pretty good job.
There's no doubt about it. I say swarm the basketball or gang rebound. I mean, Matt Griffin had 6 rebounds, I think, right? 7. He had 7 rebounds. That's a 5'10" point guard getting 7 rebounds. Huge. It's huge for us. And think about the lineup that I had at the end of the game there. You had 4 guards and Dom. I mean, you can't get much smaller than that. And I thought for the most part they did a really good job. They finished the game out. And you saw them a little bit at the end of the game. Their shoulders were back, and they were like, we did it. We did it. I know we didn't do it against Hartford, but we did it here. And that's a positive. For a young team, that's a positive. You got to take all these little successes. And that was a success. And we could have lost this game tonight. And I still thought the way we came back, we still hung in there, especially when they had a guy who was on fire. You know how that is. We've seen John do it a ton of times. He did it to Stony Brook. So it was good to see these guys hang in there.
Speaking of John, going into one of the last media timeouts, you and John, you pulled John aside before he could go into the huddle, and John came out of it. He was visibly angry and tried to slow him down. What was said there, and how much of an impact did it make on him being?
It was huge. He took over the game. Took over the game. I said, I'm going to do that every time now. Every time. We need him. We need him. It was nice to win without him, but we need him. We need him to be great. He's a senior. He's got to get it done. That's all I said. So you're not playing hard enough. I wasn't cursing or challenging. I just said you're not playing hard enough. And we need you on both ends. We need you to stop Javi, and I need you to score. That's what great players do. And he did it. He did it. Sometimes you don't know how to reach kids. Sometimes you don't know what button to push. Tonight I finally pushed the right one.
Coach, speaking of energy and playing hard, I'd asked Daryl about it, but did you feel like in the first half they just came out there with more energy? I mean, it's a team that they're starting 2 walk-ons, playing 3 walk-ons in crunch time, but they're coming out hard.
Mark does a good job. He mixes that team up nicely. He knows who to get shots for. We were up 12-4, right? And for whatever reason, our energy level went down. And I don't know, I started subbing a little bit. Maybe it could be that. Maybe coming off the bench for some of these guys, they're not ready to go right away. But it's got to get better. We can't. Our energy level in the beginning of games has got to be like Hartford. We're up 18-2. Not that it's going to be like that all the time, but at least come out with some energy and some fight. And it was like, I don't know, that was a tough first half to watch. I don't know how you guys did it. I'm surprised you're still here.
Coach, was there a specific defense that you liked pretty well? You seemed to switch it up a lot in the game.
I mixed it up because I didn't like anything. We didn't play hard in anything. We went zone. Kamara's making threes in that. Jabby's making threes in that. I went back to 50. Jabby's getting ISOs and just, So I tried to mix it up as much as I could until we found a comfort zone. But they did a great job. They're a good team. Despite their record, I wouldn't look at that record, man. That's a talented team. And when they get Greer right back, look out. Look out. Because that kid's a stud.
Coach, Binghamton had 17 offensive rebounds, a lot of second chance opportunities still for the opposition.
17 last week. Again, we're playing 4 guards a lot. Playing 4 guards a lot. Sometimes that's going to get you. And again, I look at the 5. I said this last time. There's 5 dead ball rebounds. So at least you're setting up your defense. It's not the worst thing. But you're right. We got to do a better job on the offensive glass.
Jeff today at one point seemed like he got into a little bit of a groove, just running up and down the floor. You can talk about his progression from that.
He's getting better, but we need him 100%. He's not 100% yet. Because for Jeff Palage to only have 3 rebounds and 1 on the defensive end, That's not Jeff. You know how good Jeff rebounded at the end of last year. You know what he can do. We all know it. Jeff's got to do a better job rebounding. But I was happy that he made his free throws. And I was happy he made 2 good, really solid moves. Progress.
Coach, you said something about him earlier. I know I asked Daryl about him, but would you just like to expand on Javi? It's a pretty remarkable career for a kid who started off as a Division
I
III
think it's the
player.
greatest. It's one of the best stories in the country. A kid who's a Division III or walk-on graduate. It's amazing. And how hard he must have worked to get himself to this level of play. It's all the credit to that kid. And he's a nice kid. He plays hard. He plays within himself. He rebounds. He's a really good player. A really good player. And we saw it on film. But we were, we didn't expect him to jump on us like that. He had 16 quick.
Coach, going back on the road Saturday, the last 2 road games have not gone in a way that anyone could have predicted. And the last 2 home games have been pretty much the same kind of game, with you guys playing a slow first half and then ending up with a win, but not the kind of win that you guys had maybe hoped for. How do you change the method, or are you just hoping that it's going to play itself out?
Just got to play harder. We got to make freshmen got to become sophomores. Our veterans got to be better. That's what it is. Our leadership's got to be better. You need leadership on the road. If I'm still the leader of this team and it's February 1st, that's not a good thing.
Can you talk about Matt Griffin's leadership?
He's terrific. He's terrific. But he needs to do more. Pat Hazel needs to do more. I think what Matt Griffin did today was leadership. 7 rebounds. Big time. Big time. But we need that effort, that same effort. But we need every guy, man. We're not good enough where we can just have, John out there and Daryl making shots. And, there's no Jake. Jake's not doing his inside-out thing. He's not getting 8 to 10 rebounds. So we need every guy. Every guy that steps on the floor needs to have positive minutes. We do the hockey thing. We do plus and minuses. I know who's positive and I know who's negative. We need more positive than negative.
What's the timetable on Travis's?
2 weeks. Say, I hope. Because he was really starting to play some good basketball. Guys, thanks.